G'day everyone, welcome to this week's video. This is part 2 of my photography trip to Cape York. If you haven't seen part 1, then I suggest you go and have a look at it. It really was an amazing experience. Went a photograph from Port Douglas up to Cooktown, and I'll leave a link to that episode above. We begin this episode leaving Cooktown and heading north to a private lodge called Lotus Bird. At Lotus Bird Lodge there was a private lagoon. It had an abundance of wildlife, bird life around it, and it enabled me to be able to utilise the 100 to 400 telephoto lens. I also did some aerial photography from a helicopter for the very first time, and it was an amazing experience. The following video documents my time at Lotus Bird Lodge. I hope you enjoy it. We left Cooktown in the early morning and first stop was at a quick shot at Isabella Falls. Despite no filters, the overcast day helped with the slow shutter. Further along a dusty track we arrived at the old Laura homestead. The light was super bright as this was the middle of the day, however I still managed a couple of images. After checking out some amazing rock art with Roy, the local ranger, we moved across as light rays penetrated the clouds onto giant termite mounds in the late afternoon. We arrived late afternoon at a private lodge for 2 nights. Lotus Bird Lodge is situated right on a lagoon and was teeming with wildlife. I couldn't wait to get out the next morning with a telephoto, handheld, and see what I could capture. I utilised the soft light and continuous autofocus with wide tracking for birds in flight. That afternoon I set off for a walk around the lagoon and was cautious about crocodiles. However, something else caught my attention. You wouldn't believe it, I'm actually just walking on the edge of the lagoon and there's a wild bull in the middle of this lagoon here just having a swim. A decent set of horns on him, so I'm just going to take it very cautiously along here. He's quite a big unit and I don't know how friendly he's going to be, so interesting way to start off this vlog. It's late in the afternoon, so a lot of the wildlife and the animals are obviously coming down to the Waterhole here to drink. So obviously, just like the buffalo we saw back there, I've given him a wide berth and I've come right up this end. He did have a mate with him that was quite a bit younger, so I tried to steer clear of both of them and yeah, just come up this side of the lagoon, see if I can pick out any birds this afternoon. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this or not, but we've got some beautiful dragonflies flying around the edge of the lagoon here. And here's an image I got of one earlier today, these beautiful gold bronze wings and the unreal patterns on them. I'm trying to get some footage of these guys to check them out, but Like everything up here, the wildlife is just so unusual and so different. Loved being up here in a different environment. Really quite dry. The wet season's ended and they didn't really have a big wet season this year, but certainly enough water around in the lagoon to attract some really interesting wildlife. I'm coming round on the other side of the lagoon now, so I'll have the sun at my back. Hopefully if there are any birds around here, they'll be lit up in the last part of the afternoon sun. Lovely afternoon to be out for a walk. Just trying to grab a few shots and yeah, enjoy my time here at Lotus Bird Lodge. It's been an incredible experience coming up here to Cape York. The variety of wildlife is just incredible. It's such a remote place. But yeah, something that I'll always remember and I've really enjoyed. No doubt in the background you can hear the chopper taking off. We actually did a chopper flight here this morning over the wetlands and it was just an amazing experience. Just taking some more guests out from the property at the moment. It's a fantastic way to see the area and see this location. And here's a number of shots I got along the way from the chopper this morning. Photography from a helicopter was a first for me and definitely harder than I imagined. Our flight time was 45 minutes, so I continually scanned the upcoming horizon for shapes or patterns in the landscape, as I would only get one attempt at framing an image. This was an amazing experience. Photography while outdoors, flying 500 feet above the national park below. I had my stabilisation on and was shooting at high shutter speeds to compensate for the vibration of wind buffering the helicopter to ensure the images were sharp. As we flew towards the coastline, I had my camera in overdrive, photographing the river's shapes and contrasts in the mudflats. Next time, stunning sunsets, red dirt mines, rare and endangered bird life, helicopters as taxis, as I make my way to the tip of Australia, Cape York.